I've got to cut the slots here across these two work pieces that are the scissors. Got to cut the slots like this to hold the knurls, and this is how I've decided to clamp them. I wanted to cut both at the same time, but my clamping won't let me do that because and I can only cut in one direction. I'm going to cut in this direction so that although this is tight, it'll still pivot, I'm sure, try to pivot, and this arm will rest against this clamp when I'm cutting in this direction. Likewise, on this one, I will cut in the opposite direction. I'll cut in this direction so that this arm will press against this clamp as the cutting forces push in the opposite direction on the top. That's the plan. I'm going to take a 20,000 inch cut to see how everything is, see if everything is copacetic. Got to go 0.710 inches deep, and the slot has to be 0.380 inches wide. So this is a 3/8 inch end mill. That'll leave the slot 5 thousandths too narrow. I will move over and take 2.5 off of this side, then I'll come back and take 2.5 off this side. Take another 20 thousandths. I'll probably take more in ensuing cuts. This 20 thousandths will take forever. And I'll wind up taking 50 thousandths deep cuts, and that'll only take half of forever. But I'm certainly not in a hurry. I'm almost at depth. This is my final cut at 50 thousandths. The next cut will be at 10 thousandths. As you can see, a 50 thousandths depth of cut isn't any problem at all. Other than I'm still kind of worried about that clamping setup with big depths of cut. However, the way I'm doing it, cutting in one direction, I'm sure it would have been fine. We're going to go for 10 thousandths final cut on the depth anyway. instead of moving over and taking 2.5 thousandths off this side and another 2.5 thousandths off this side to get to my desired width of 0.380, I've decided to hop over this workpiece and cut it right on this center line I've established here, because these two workpieces mic out to 0.757 thousandths each, and I would like for them to have these cuts right in the middle of each. So I'm going to hop over and start those cuts, or start that cut. Again, just to see how things go, on the first cut I'm only going to take 20 thousandths. Well, as expected, things went pretty well, so we'll jump down to 50 thousandths. Per cut, 50 thousandths per cut. Here's my final cut at 50 thousandths on the second workpiece. After this cut, I'll take one cut of 10 thousandths. Here we go at final cut at 10 thousandths. These two slots and see exactly how much I have to take off each side. Measuring those slots proved to be somewhat problematic. I don't have a small hole gauge large enough, and my snap gauges I have a complete set -1, and the one I'm missing is the one I need. I used my electronic digital calipers and measured, mic'd with them 378, and I'm looking for 380, but I just don't trust them. So I took the knurl itself, which is 375 by micrometer, and it fits in there nice. I can't feel any slop on either one. So I'm going to leave it right there at whatever it is. It's over 375 because the knurl fits so easily. It's not sloppy, so I'm happy. That makes me happy.